Rubber is a classic. Rubber is such a great movie. Did someone in high school make you watch that? Because I need you to know that started at my house. That trend that went around the school for a little bit of forcing people to watch Rubber when they came over to watch movies. Let me tell you how that started. First, let me tell everyone a little bit about this movie. This movie is my favorite movie in the entire world. And it is a movie about a tire that comes to life and kills people with its mind, okay? It's a rubber tire that kills people with its mind. Why does it come to life? No reason. It just does. Why does it kill people with its mind? Because it gets mad. And it's ridiculous. And it's amazing. And it's so dumb. And there's like a live audience watching it. And then the live audience all gets murdered. It's so weird. It's the weirdest movie. Anyway. So when I was in high school, like my sophomore year, my boyfriend at the time's best friend, like my friends and I, we would go over to my house to watch movies because I had like this finished basement. We had a huge TV. It was a whole thing. Right? And usually we would watch like one horror movie. You know, Boz, that's fair. You can be very picky, but I've never met one person who's been like, I don't like any of the Beatles songs. That, it like greatly concerns me. But like, I don't even like all of their music. Yes. Yes. Okay. I haven't read the new Lore Olympus chapter yet today. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. So we would go over to my house and we would watch movies. So my boyfriend at the time's best friend, I don't want to say his name, so I'm gonna call him James, because I didn't actually know anyone named James in high school. So James would come over and he was really weird, but we liked, like, he was so charismatic. Like, he was like someone who would max out their charisma skill in any game. So they could tell you that they were gonna walk off a bridge and you would want to walk off it with them. Like, he was insane. So he comes over and he's like, oh, I know a scary movie. Let's watch Rubber. And we were like, all right, sure. And it was rated R. And so we were like, oh, it must be really scary. So we watch it and it's an hour and a half, but it feels like a billion. And you just sit there and you're like, what did I just watch? And it hurts you. It physically hurts you to watch. And the next movie night, because he enjoyed sharing pain, he was like, well, this person hasn't seen it, so we have to watch it. And somehow we all got, like, all of us, somehow we got outvoted and we ended up watching it again. Eleanor Rigby is a great song. That one's good. So after like the third or fourth time weekend that I had friends over to watch movies, where we eventually, like, we'd watch 3 or 4 movies in one night, and one of them always ended up being Rubber, and it was usually the first one. It became fun. Like, suddenly I was like into the game. I was like, oh, this is a good time. And so it became like a different kind of game where we would have to find a new person to bring to movie night every weekend, like a new friend that had never been to movie night, or who had been to movie night but had never seen Rubber, so that we could make them watch Rubber and we would just feed off of their pain. And then I found out from my friends that they had started doing that at other people's houses, so it began to spread like a disease. But I think you saw it with the mutual friend we had. I'm gonna call her Allie, because she saw Rubber at my house. Oh god, it was great. It was so fun. Yeah. And it's a movie that is super popular in Germany, which is insane because it was made in America for a French film festival, and it's insanely popular in Germany because it hits like that weird German humor of like monotone, surrealist Dadaism, and it's amazing. It's my favorite movie. But that's the reason why I'm essentially not allowed to pick movies in any movie night ever again, because in college, anytime my roommates would be like, oh, movie night, I'd be like, let's watch Rubber. And usually, at least once, I could get them to say yes. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go back to drawing now after I've talked so much about this movie that I love. Oh, God. I'm gonna make my brother watch it. He's already promised. Actually, I think I got him to promise to watch it twice, even. which is an insane thing. It's amazing. It used to be on Netflix. It was on Netflix for years, like all through when I was in high school. So like from 2011 to 2015, and then they took it off my freshman year of college, and I was really upset about it. So my dad got it for me on DVD for my birthday. He got it for me. So he got it for me, and I was there for Thanksgiving break because it's around when my birthday is. And he's like, I'm giving this to you now because we're at my grandparents. But you have to promise that you will not make anyone watch it. He's like, you cannot watch it here at your grandparents' house. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, that makes sense. This sneeze. Excuse me. And I was like, yep, that makes sense. It's a terrible movie. I don't want my family to see it. And then and it's like 3 days. We're on Thanksgiving break. It's like the day before I leave. And I'm in the living room. My grandpa walks in. And he sits down. He's like, oh, Ginger, I heard you got a movie for your birthday. Why don't you pop it in and we can watch it? And I was like, really, Grandpa? And I could hear from like the other room, both my dad and one of his sisters, my aunt, who he had told about the movie, who also knew that no one should ever watch that movie. I heard them both like almost drop everything and run in the room going, no! It was hilarious. My grandpa was like, oh, okay, I guess we won't watch it then. It was so bad. I'm okay now. Eleanor Rigby is a great song. The Beatles are a fantastic band. Rubber is a terribly wonderful movie. Oh god. Oh, one more story about Rubber. One more. So it's a rated R movie, and we technically were not allowed to watch rated R movies. But, when I was in high school, because my dad was like, that's for 18 and up. But he knew, I think, a couple people at work who watched it, or something. He said yes to us watching this rated R movie for some reason. And we watched it almost every weekend. And so he was like, there must be something in it. He's like, it must be porn, it must be... He's like, it's rated R, and they watch it every weekend, without fail. He was like, what is in this movie that I don't know about? What is my kid doing? So my dad, when like my brother and I were at our grandparents for a weekend, he sat in the basement and watched it alone. He watched the entire like hour and a half movie, waiting for it to get good, waiting to see like the reason why we were all obsessed with watching it. And he was just like, why? Oh, we do a white elephant every Christmas in my family, and I've considered it, but at the same time, I don't want to risk one of the kids seeing it, like getting it and being like, oh, it's a movie about a tire, and they'll be like, it's like Cars, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. It was amazing. Oh goodness. Okay, laughing so much and getting so excited has made my head hurt a little bit. Let's get back to drawing.